Good morning. Welcome to Southeast Missouri State University webcast. We are here today to inform you a little bit about our university and mostly about 4 of our unique graduate programs. We will cover MBA, which there is a lot of interest towards this program from around the world, and we have a lot of international students. So we will have 4 graduate program coordinators to talk about their programs: MBA, Technology Management, Applied Computer Science, and TESOL. And they're also going to mention a little bit about their undergraduate programs. So just to briefly about Southeast, we are in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We are in the Midwest, south a little bit. But it is a very unique community that they are interested in learning more about cultures. Our university is a student-centered, so we really care about our students and giving them the opportunity to gain more skills and experience here at Southeast, especially international students, that we would love to give you the experience that you should get here that you will not be able to receive back home. Also, our president is used to be an international student himself, so that's also a plus for us, and he really cares about international students. So I would like to introduce our first speaker, Dr. James Caldwell, and he will talk a little bit about his graduate program, MBA, and a little bit about undergraduate.
Greetings. Thank you for letting me be with you today. Just a little bit about our program. We have, in the business school, we have 4 graduate programs, technically. We have the Masters of Business Administration, the MBA. We also have a Masters of Management, and we also have a Masters in Health Administration. And then we have a dual degree program with some partner schools in Germany, specifically Schmalkalden and Aachen. And so those are the 4 programs we have. Now, most of the interest lies in the MBA program for international students. The MBA program is a 33 credit hour program, and that would mean the equivalent of 11 classes, 3 credits each. The core classes in that program, there are 7 core classes. They include accounting, finance, marketing, data analytics, management. We do some strategy course, just some of the core basic pieces. And then you have 4 classes where you get to pick what you want to do. You can specialize in finance, accounting, finance, accounting, management, generally speaking, entrepreneurship, sport management. There's a wide variety of options that you can take there. So that's sort of the MBA program. And so I guess I'll open it up to the questions that you might have about the program.
So what are the students going to learn, like hands-on experience from your program? Yeah, so
depending on the classes that you decide to take, we have a variety of experiential learning opportunities, whether it's investing in an investment fund, whether it is actually going and doing data information systems, management information systems analyses at various organizations. We also have executives that come in and teach oftentimes. And so we'll have executives come and teach elbow to elbow with the professors. And for example, in my management course, we always invite guest lecturers to come. And it's not just a talk. It's an actual discussion. And so we involve the students. They get to network with the executive and really create relationships. And so that's really an important thing. One of the roles that we think that we have is to help you make connections as a student with the world in which you will be launched. And we want you to have relationships with people in the industry. So that's an important part of what we do.
So who are your students? Are they full-time or part-time students? Like employees that came to take your program, or they are only full-time students here at Southeast?
Most of our face-to-face students are full-time. Most of the full-time face-to-face students, the majority of them are actually international students. And so we have a great deal of those. We have some that just that work full-time and take night classes. And those range between 1 to 3 classes. 3 classes is considered full-time in our program. So it just depends on the pace that they're trying to complete their degree.
Can you talk a little bit about your accreditation?
Absolutely. We are AACSB accredited. That is sort of the gold standard for business schools. I think about 5% of business schools in the world are accredited by this accreditation body. It demonstrates a dedication to business education that's beyond just teaching. There's some creation of knowledge that's involved. There's some we have to steadily increase the quality of our programs. So there's a quality factor there that we always have to measure how we're doing and increase that. So we're pretty proud of that accreditation.
And just a reminder for the audience that you can type in your questions if you have any, and we will be happy to answer them. So can you tell us or tell the audience if your program offer internships or thesis?
Absolutely. So there is an option in the MBA program should you want to write a thesis, if that's going to help you with your future plans or your current plans. Absolutely, we have that as an option. The default now is that you take a capstone experience in our strategy class, and that's usually what people use as their final thesis experience. However, that's definitely an option. Internships, definitely, if that's something that you are interested in doing, you come and talk to me, and we talk about how that would look for you. So, yeah.
What are the jobs available for students after graduation, and maybe if you can give an example of an outcome?
So where will you land when you leave here? Well, some of the international students, particularly that I'm thinking of that have been in our program, have landed at places like Accenture, Arthur Andersen, SAP, JP Morgan Chase, Cisco Systems, and then we have some multinational corporations just locally where we have some of our alumni. So yeah, they do very well.
Mm-hmm. I know you have the case competition and performance program. Can you talk about that? Yeah.
So one of the things that we're pretty proud of is that we were invited to a statewide case competition for our MBA students, and this past spring, and we were up against some of the top schools. We had University of Missouri, we had Washington University in St. Louis. These are all usually ranked really high MBA programs, and we competed against them this year. This is the first case competition, strategic analysis case competition that was done, hosted there at the flagship university here in Missouri, and our students took first place. I would definitely say that our top students can hold their own against any university in the nation, no problem.
And one more question. Can you talk a little bit about your undergraduate programs?
Yes, undergraduate programs, we have a variety of programs. We have management. In our management department, we have entrepreneurship, health administration, all kinds of options there. We have marketing as well. We have finance. We have accounting. We have entrepreneurship. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I did. We have economics, and so international business obviously is one of our big programs or important programs that we have. So we have a wide variety, and our website has a lot of information on that.
Anything you would like to add or say to our audience?
Well, one of the things that I think that is important is when you're choosing to go to a school that you feel is a good fit for you. At the end of the day, what matters most is not necessarily what the brand is behind your degree, but what you make of that brand. And a brand will get you in the door, but the door won't stay open for you very long unless you've actually created something of value that you can create, that you can give to the organization. And that's what we focus on, is creating value. And so I just admonish anyone who's making the decision to go with their heart and their gut rather than with what others feel that would be their expectations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Caldwell.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you.
And now we have Dr. Khalid Balani from the Technology Management Program.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you. Actually, in the Department of Polytechnic Studies, we have a program, Masters of Science in Technology Management. This program is available in both face-to-face and online. So also international students can apply as online students. They can finish 1 year, stay 1 year in their country, and after in the second year they can join the program as face-to-face. This is also a STEM program, so students are eligible for OPT, 3 years of OPT or CPT. Our program consists of 6 core courses and 2 research courses, and 3 to 4 options, depends on the track they follow. We have 3 different tracks, thesis, applied project, and class track. Our minimum requirements for admission 3.0 GPA. If the GPA is 3.0 or above, so students do not need to take GRE. If their GPA between 2.5 and 3, they are required to submit a GRE score. Questions if you have.
Of course, yes. Can you talk about your program accreditation?
So we have different programs. We have engineering technology. The engineering technology is accredited by EBIT, and we have technology management, which is accredited by ATME. And we are working on our graduate program, so probably next year. So we will have a new program called Engineering Technology and Management. So we have 2 sides, one engineering management and the other engineering technology. And we are going to work on that program starting probably fall 2018.
So what are the students going to learn when they start your program? Like, hands-on experience?
Yes, students, they learn like the quality control. So most of our students, they work in the industry. So for example, some of our students are quality managers now. They learn simulation, project management, so they can work as quality engineer, reliability engineers. Some of our students are working as reliability engineers. Some of our students, depends on the option. So if you come from like computer science background, so you can select the IT option and you can work in the IT field.
So what background should the students have to be in your program?
So our program, if they do not have a background in engineering or engineering technology, they can apply. They will need to take 1 requisite. We have IAM 302, which combines the engineering economy and manufacturing and quality. And then they can complete the core courses without taking any other requisites.
Is there any internship or thesis option for the students?
Yeah, we have a thesis option, as I mentioned, project, applied project, and class track. And we have 8 GA positions. And actually, 20% of our students, they are GAs. Mm-hmm. So some of them, they teach math, environmental science, and we have 8 GA positions in our department.
How can they apply for the GA position?
Yeah, we have, actually we allow international students to apply. So when they send their application to the international office, if they are interested, so they need to contact us. We can send them the application, they can fill it online.
Can you talk also about the job available? You already mentioned them, but like if you can mention some maybe of our alumni, if you have any examples of our alumni, especially international, we have
Yeah, for example, if you go to TGB Zoe, the production manager is one of our students. The CEO is one of our students. You know. If you go to Procter & Gamble, also we have some of our students working there. One of my students last semester, you know, he got a job in, I think, Indiana. He works as an energy engineer.
Can you talk about your undergraduate programs and the different options we have?
Yeah, in the Department of Polytechnic Studies, we have engineering technology. Under engineering technology, we have mechanical and manufacturing and electrical control. And we have also industrial and systems engineering. This is a new program. We just started this program. And also we have something called the accelerated program, where undergraduate students in their last year, they can take up to 12 hours, and these 12 hours can count to both degrees. So one of my students now, he's in his fourth year, and he's getting 2 degrees, master's degree and bachelor's degree. So they save time, they make more money when they graduate.
How soon they can finish their graduate program with the accelerated program?
They need 2 more semesters after they finish their undergrad degree. Yeah.
So they could finish everything in 5 years?
Yeah, when they finish their last semester, they start the master's degree with 12 hours. They need another like 20 or 21 hours, which can be finished in 2 semesters.
Anything else?
Anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I encourage students to apply for our program because we accept students from different backgrounds, and as I mentioned, this is a STEM program, so students are eligible for OPT and CPT for 3 years, you know.
So it is a STEM.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your time.
Thank you.
And during our conversation with the graduate program, if you have any question, please type it in. And now we are with the graduate coordinator for the Applied Computer Science, Dr. Sumant Yandur. Did I say?
You said it right. Good morning, all of you, and thanks for taking the time to listening to us here at Southeast. I am the program coordinator and the chairperson of the Computer Science Department. We have 3 undergraduate programs. We have Computer Information Systems, we have Cybersecurity, and we also have Computer Science undergraduate degree. We do offer minors in those as well. And we have a new program that we'll be launching in fall of 2018, and it is the Masters in Applied Computer Science. The program is basically designed to target 3 kinds of students. Students who are wanting to prep for PhDs in graduate studies, students who already have an undergraduate degree in computer science or a related field who would like to better their opportunities in the job market. And we also would design the program in such a way that it can help students from non-CS backgrounds to come in and establish a career in computer science. So a little bit more about the Masters in Applied Computer Science. You can see the word applied in there. The reason why we chose to have Applied Computer Science is this is going to be more hands-on and practical versus more theoretical. If you have a Masters in Computer Science, it's typically theoretical concepts more. For example, we have a rich variety of electives and core courses. The program has 32 credit hours, meaning equivalent to about 11 courses. Students can expect to graduate in about 16 months. And the courses are designed, this rich range of electives will have, for example, it can range from cloud computing to advanced databases, artificial intelligence, machine learning, convergent technologies, data analytics, Internet of Things. I said a lot in that one sentence. So for example, if you're looking at cloud computing, we're not just going to teach you some theoretical concepts, but the idea is to teach some real-world tools that are right now currently in use. And the reason why we have designed these courses in such a way is that just picking up a course might add a skill might add a particular tool to your resume, which means just that one thing can get you a job. Obviously, a well-rounded curriculum with the entire coursework that you will do in the master's degree is going to help you out as well. We offer it in two options, thesis and project. And there are several different kinds of jobs available related to, at least from an undergraduate standpoint, to this day right now where we stand. Pretty much every student of ours has multiple job offers before they graduate. We are right now categorized in the U.S. to be the only discipline that has more jobs than the degrees that are granted in the United States. And it's going to stay that way based on the statistics given out by the Department of Labor and so on for the next 10 years. So we'll be having more jobs than the graduates we can turn on. Our undergraduates go out for jobs in different places. Regionally, they go to several industries here. But some of the recent places that they've gone to are Amazon, Apple, AT&T, U.S. Department of Defense, Google, IBM, Microsoft, and Verizon. So these are some of the big institutions, and we have had students who have gone on for graduate studies like at Rice University and other places. So this is from an undergraduate standpoint. From a graduate standpoint, we would be imagining that it will be pretty much the same that they're ending up going into.
I think you covered all my questions.
I can talk more.
If there is anything you would like to add, yeah, please do.
Absolutely. So what are the admission requirements for our master's program? Obviously, you would need to complete an online application and a fee. We need official transcripts wherever you're from. And if you're an international student, then we need a language requirement test to be taken. TOEFL, the equivalent score is 79 or more, and IELTS would be 6.0. We would prefer to have the GPA of about 3.0 in your undergraduate degree, but we do offer on case-by-case provisional and probation admission if the GPA is a little low. We would require 3 letters of recommendation, and we do not require a GRE at this point. We do not require a GRE, so that's one thing. And in general, if you want to look at some of the careers in computer science, you could be intelligence analysts, computer science programmers, software developers, software architects, systems analysts, computer systems engineers, database administrators, web developers, web programming. The list of jobs is just never ending, and it doesn't necessarily have to be at such and such a firm. We have our cybersecurity students at banks, accounting firms, and even at Walmart for that matter. We have computer science students at different places. Recently, we're trying to work out a connection to see if we can place one of our students at NASA, John C. Stennis Space Center, so that he could do research and at the same time get a full-time job, and on top of that, get paid for graduate studies. And we also have a lot of internship opportunities within the department. Several of our students go intern out there in different companies. And recently, for example, Mr. Singh got an internship at Buckeye, which is a local company. People go for internships locally, nationally, and internationally as well. And 2 things I would sort of like add to it is the growth rate for the jobs in computer science from now until 2026, based on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, is to increase by 25%. And even with this increase, we won't be able to meet the needs of whatever is required out there in terms of regional, national, and so on.
We've got a question from the audience. Someone says, hello, I'm an international student. Can I take a full scholarship? I think Eshraq and I can talk about that afterwards. But for you, Dr. Yanduri, what exam should I prepare to apply for cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity is an undergraduate program. Whatever the rules are applicable from the university standpoint would be those. That is to either take a ACT or a SAT. I can get back to you on the minimum requirements for it. But you're an international student. Along with that, you actually have to take language requirement test, and your high school transcripts, letters of recommendation, application fee, and that would be it.
So in other words, the student has to qualify for admission to the university, but then they can choose any major like cybersecurity or info technology or computer science without any prior experience on the undergrad side? Or
Absolutely.
Okay.
The thing is, the department, at least at the undergraduate level, does not have any requirements. And one of the things I may not have mentioned is that the computer science degree, this is what I thought of starting out with. This is the 50th year of computer science at Southeast Missouri State University. Big name university did not realize computer science as a discipline in the 60s. We did, and we're still here. Add to that, we have ABET accreditation, which is a discipline-oriented accreditation. And we were chosen in the nation for 2 pilot studies for cybersecurity and computer science. So if we get accredited, getting chosen itself is a big honor. And if we get accredited in the next few months, then we'll be the first degree program in the United States ever to offer accredited cybersecurity. And we will also be accredited for computer science under the new guidelines for ABET if the accreditation continues. We're already accredited with CS. CY will be.
Good. Good. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions?
No other questions right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we have Dr. Arina Stanopia from the TESOL program.
Well, hello, our prospective TESOL graduate students. And I'm saying TESOL, I do hope you know what it means. Actually, it's a master's program teaching English to speakers of other languages. Maybe you do not know that we have like 800,000 people who speak, okay, I'm so sorry, 800 million people who speak English as their native language. But we do have more than 2 billion people who try to speak English as foreign or second language. That's why you immediately can see that you have a lot of job opportunities if you get Master in TESOL degree from Southeast Missouri State University, and you will be teaching English in your native country. A few words about our program. Maybe you already got that the program is for those professionals who want to teach English to people in the United States and overseas, and these people learn English. It's not their native language. And we offer both online and face-to-face program, 36 hours, 12 courses. I do believe it's a great idea. If you want to save some money, you can start program online and then come on campus during your second year. But of course, if you want to come and start the program on campus, you are kindly welcome to do that as well. I would like maybe to tell you a little bit more about our TESOL student organization. We actually have a wonderful blend of American and international students. And you know, when they take classes together, they really enrich each other with experience, new learning methods, and new techniques, and Basically, it's really a good program. We were accredited as online program. Basically, we got mentioned in U.S. News and World Report, and it ranked our Southeast TESOL program as one of the top online education programs. Okay, well, what else? Maybe I will welcome your questions.
So how many international students you have in your TESOL program?
Well, currently we have around 80 students in our TESOL program all in all. However, I would say 2/3 are international students. The majority of our students are from Saudi Arabia, China, Korea, but we do have students from Ukraine, from Brazil, from Spain, from Jordan, and that makes our program really unique and very vibrant and vital.
And you have a very good variety in your program. Do you offer internship for your program?
We offer what we call practicum. It's a course where you get hands-on experience teaching English for non-native speakers, and it might happen in any educational setting, in intensive English program, in K-12 schools, in adult learning centers, and even if you say take our classes online, we give you an option to teach English in your native country, and then you'll send us videotapes, video records of your teaching. So it's even possible not to come on campus, but still get our degree.
So where does your students go for a job?
That's a great question. Of course, as soon as they graduate with Master in TESOL degree, some students really want to pursue doctoral program. And currently we do have students who pursue doctoral degrees in Southern Illinois University in curriculum and instructional design. We have students who pursue doctoral in Kansas State University in curriculum and TESOL issues, in University of Memphis in Tennessee in applied linguistics program. That's one venue if you want to get your higher degree, your doctoral degree. However, as soon as you get your master's degree as international student, you have a choice to stay for 1 more year in the United States and try to get a job at American universities, so-called intensive English programs. And we do have some successful graduates of our programs who were able to get hired and they teach English in the United States. However, most of our students are eager to be back to their country and start teaching English to their students. And we do have, say, students from Saudi Arabia who currently teaches in the university, for example, Tahab University in Saudi Arabia. We have another student who former student who works as executive manager in Future Horizon Institute, also in Saudi Arabia. We have our graduates who have been working already for 8 years in Seoul National University in South Korea. And, I can continue with the list, but maybe that's...
Can you talk a little bit about your undergraduate program?
Yes. We do offer what we call ESOL certificate for undergraduate students. Only 5 courses, and what is great about this program, you can so-called double dip. For example, you are pursuing your major in education and you take some classes for your major, and at the same time, the same class will count for your ESL certificate, or you are majoring maybe in global languages, you take some courses maybe in culture awareness for your program, and again, the same course will count for ESOL certificate. And though, of course, these graduates are not qualified to teach at the university level, but we do have some graduates who really teach English in Korea, in China with our undergraduate ESOL certificate.
Do you have accelerated program?
No, not yet. It's the future. We are thinking about reducing the number of hours, like having 30 hours for those students who got courses in linguistics, in methods of teaching for their undergraduate degree. And I would like maybe to give you my email if you want to ask specific questions. It's very easy. Justinova@cmo.edu. And talking about our requirements, they're really not very strict. Of course, you have to take foreign language exam, TOEFL usually, and you do not need to get bachelor's in English or English education. However, we really encourage you to reach a profound level of English proficiency because the better knowledge of English, the easier for you to be a successful student in our master's program.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
That was very helpful.
So in a little bit of time left, maybe I'll talk about scholarships.
Like crazy fast. Yeah, but I think it's okay. In Ukrainian, Svet, I think it's more, not holiday, but Christmas. But I need to double check.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you. So with the remaining time, I think I will just step in here and say a few words. My name is Kevin Timlin. I am the Executive Director of International Education and Services here at Southeast. And we felt for this webcast that it was important to highlight some of our high-profile master's degree programs that we offer at the institution. So we're very thankful for these faculty members who gave their time and this information about their important programs. If you went through there, you could see the website for all those different programs one by one. There's certainly no problem with finding the department chair or the program coordinator online and sending them an email if you have any questions. You can also send us an email right now or on the CollegeWeekLive chat. We'd be happy to answer any questions we have. But I think it's important for everybody to know, too, that we are primarily an undergraduate institution. About 70% of the student body that we have here are engaged in undergraduate programs. Now, that doesn't take away from the high-quality aspect of our graduate programs, but we are first and foremost a teaching institution. The faculty members who come to us certainly have research responsibilities, are certainly engaged in grants and high-level research, but really they're engaged as faculty members just as much on their ability to teach and engage with undergraduate students as they are engaging in research. So what that means is we are the kind of institution that if you come here, any student who comes here, they are automatically going to have personal relationships with PhD faculty members. Approximately 90% of our faculty are terminal degree holders, meaning they have PhDs or EDDs or MFAs in their field. They all teach at the undergraduate level. Our average classroom size is about 20 students, if I recall the number off the top of my head. So that means you are not being taught by teaching assistants. You are not sitting in sections of classes where there are 300-400 people listening to a PhD that you're never going to have the opportunity to talk to. You are going to have the ability to meet and interact and learn from these faculty members, talk to them, challenge your thinking, challenge their thinking, and really develop as an overall learner. We feel that we offer international students as well as domestic students great opportunities to become leaders. Because of this access to faculty members, we're in a smaller town on the Mississippi River, about an hour and a half south of St. Louis. Our community is centered around the university. There's all kinds of student activities. There's all kinds of university-led programs that are going on at any given time. And we need the students to step up and take leadership and responsibility for a lot of the programs that happen. That means you're developing relationships. That means you're developing resume. That means you're having experiential learning opportunities that make you great candidates for graduate school here and at other places, that make you great candidates in the job market, because we kind of feel like we develop you more than just from an academic sense. We develop real-world learners and problem solvers. So I think that's an important distinction for our institution. And it really, Eshraq mentioned earlier that our president, the person who sets the tone for everything that happens at the university, who instigates policy, who makes sure that things are happening according to his vision, he is a person who came to the United States as an international student himself. So he knows exactly what kind of support pieces need to be in place to help international students succeed. I think that's another thing that makes us incredibly unique. We don't guarantee student employment opportunities and things like that. It's still up to the merit of the student to take advantage of opportunities. But I would say that we have probably positioned ourselves in a way to support international students in whatever way that they need, better than a lot of other institutions, certainly better than the ones that I have a lot of familiarity with. So it really is a special place for international students, especially for those who want to work hard. Again, nothing is given. Everything is based on your merit and your willingness to work. But for the people who want to step up, for the people who want to challenge themselves, for the people who want to really develop their resume, we provide students with that opportunity. All four of those graduate coordinators talked about where their students go. I'd like to share three other stories with you that we had. Three different international students graduate from our institution last spring, just a few months ago. And one of them was an honors student. I'm not exactly sure what major she was in, but she was accepted into the Johns Hopkins graduate program for advanced international studies. As I understand it, that's a top 5 program in the world, and it's because of her relationships, because of her experiences that she was able to have here that made her competitive for that program. We had one student in nanotechnology or biomedical, we have a biomedical and nanotechnology program that he was able to get accepted into the Texas Medical Research Center. Again, another highly ranked, maybe top 10, top 20 in the world, again, because of his experience here and because of his relationships and the letters of recommendation. And finally, we had an international student last year who was admitted into a medical program, an MD program in the U.S. And if you know anything about the number of MD programs in the U.S. and how selective they are for international students, as I understand it, you might be looking at 100, maybe 150 international students total get accepted into MD programs in the U.S., and we had one of those students. And again, these things aren't possible without high-quality academics, without leadership opportunities in the way that we develop whole people. So we're very, very proud of that, and I want you to understand that that's the kind of institution we are. One of the viewers out there had a question about scholarships. Right now, the majority of our international student scholarships are on the undergraduate side. We have a 4-tier system of merit-based international student scholarships for undergraduates, and I'll go through them very quickly. If you go to our website at cmo.edu/international, there's a link on there for future students, and the scholarship information is right under there. But we have 5 awards that are granted annually, and these are full tuition awards. So we have 5 of them. It's based primarily on your academic achievements to date. So these are for first-time freshmen. If you're coming to the university directly from your secondary school, you need the equivalent of a US 3.7 GPA, and then either an ACT or an SAT score. The ACT score, we need 27 or higher. The SAT, the recent one, we need a 1280 on that. It's first come, first served for right now. The deadline to sign up for those or to apply is we need all of your information, including your SAT or ACT score, as well as your TOEFL or your English proficiency, by December 1st. So the clock is ticking on that. But again, that's 5 full-ride scholarships that we offer to international students. We also have a second tier, the International Academic Excellence Award. This award is for $8,000 in tuition benefits a year. That's $4,000 a semester. And what that comes down to is about 66% or 2/3 of the tuition cost. So this is the equivalent of about a 2/3 tuition scholarship. The academic criteria are the same as the Regents full tuition scholarship, but the deadline is not the same. So you can apply for that scholarship at any point during the application process. In addition to the 3.7 GPA, you also need to have the ACT score or SAT score that I mentioned, or if you're from a place that doesn't take the ACT, if you have an exceptionally high TOEFL or IELTS score, so if you have demonstrated high English language proficiency, you can qualify for that scholarship as well. So we say you need to have a 79 on the TOEFL or 6.5 on the IELTS along with the 3.7 to qualify for that award. The third level is the International Achievement Award. That is the equivalent of paying in-state tuition at our institution. As you may know, we're a public institution. That means that a certain amount of state money comes to us to help us pay for operations and our expenses. And so if you're a tax-paying citizen of the state of Missouri, you pay a lower tuition rate than anybody from anywhere else. Anybody who qualifies for this International Achievement Award will pay the in-state Missouri tuition rate. That's a value of approximately $5,535, so about $2,700 per semester. That's about 1/3 of our tuition cost. The requirements for that are a 3.2 GPA on the US 4-point scale, and either a 21 or higher on the ACT, a 1060 on the SAT, or 69 on the TOEFL, 6.0 on the IELTS. So there's several different ways to qualify for that. And then any international student who comes to us and has a 2.5 or higher GPA from their secondary institution, from high school, they will qualify for a $2,000 scholarship. So again, I know that's a lot of information to go over right away and just without having it presented in front of you, but I would encourage you to go to our website, cmo.edu/international, click on future students, and the scholarship information is there. These are, I think, as you shop around, and as well you should look at Dr. Caldwell from the MBA program mentioned at the beginning that it's so important to pick an institution that is the right fit for you. If you are looking for an institution in New York City and you're really looking for that urban environment and hundreds of thousands of people from your country being close and accessible, that's not the kind of institution we are. We have about 800 international students right now from about 50 different countries, so that allows you contact from people of your home country, but you're still going to have to integrate into the community and meet a lot of domestic students and things like that. But as you search for different institutions, as you're looking to find that fit, I think you will find that our scholarships are incredibly competitive to other places. And with our already lower cost of living, by being in a smaller town in the Midwest, the cost of living is just less here. It's less to have an apartment, it's less to have food, and that kind of carries over into our faculty, into our university. So we're already an affordable institution, but we really, really have done a good job of incentivizing high-quality students to come here. And that's part of the educational community that we're looking to create, is one where an international student's voice is heard and valued and shared. That gives you an opportunity to be an ambassador from your home country. It's really something we value, because as an institution, we feel that it's our responsibility that anybody who graduates from our university has to know how to work effectively, collaboratively, efficiently, and appropriately with people from around the world. And one of the ways that we're able to do that is by really integrating our international students into our campus and our community and our programs. So that is all I have to say. Eshraq, is there anything you would like to say in conclusion? I don't see any questions up there.
No, there's no question, but I would say if you have any questions about the application, about the programs we have, scholarships, anything, feel free to contact me. I'm there. You can contact me by email, or even if you would like to make a phone call, or if you would like to even speak to one of our students. We offer, if you go to our website, as Kevin said, CMO.international/international future students, we have also a cell phone, a WhatsApp. So you can either Skype or WeChat or WhatsApp with current students. So feel free to contact us in any way, and we will be happy to provide the right information for you. So we are always there for you. Thank you for being here for our presentation, and we will be chatting all day long. So if you have further questions, we will be there for you. Thank you.